Hello, and this is going to be a how to tank basics overview for World of Warcraft. If you're new to this game or new to the concept of tanking, this guide series will introduce what it means to be a tank and help you understand your role in dungeons and raids. Tanking can be intimidating to most players, often seen as a job with a lot of responsibilities, but in reality you're no more accountable than anyone else. Groups are comprised of damage dealers, commonly known as DPS, healers, and the tanks, all of which have a job just as important as the others. This brings us to our first focus for tanks, which is your knowledge. If you're ever entering a dungeon and you don't know what to do, don't feel shy to ask for some help. It's better to be upfront than to blindly go in and cause a wipe. That said, it's much better to know before you get into any dungeon or raid what the boss's abilities are and how you can help counter all of them. Some outside sources include MMO Champion for news, Wowhead has plenty of boss strategies, Wowpedia has lots of lore, and Icy Veins and Noxic have some detailed guides per spec and class for the entire game on how to play. You can also check the game's dungeon journal for information about all enemy encounters. Remember that being prepared for battle will make you much more confident and help you react to adverse situations. How you deal with those adverse situations may vary based on your class's unique utility. Not all tanks are created equal, and how you answer a particular problem will change based on the tools in your kit. Luckily, some situations fall under a similar category, and that's how you control your enemies. The first thing that comes to mind would be your interrupt, which all tanks have, but it is not the only way to prevent dangerous abilities from coming out. As a tank, enemy mobs are going to be glued to your face, so make sure you're pulling them around the room, and making it easier for your melee DPS to get behind them where they'll be doing more damage. Make sure you're always in line of sight with your healers and ranged DPS so they can keep you alive and whittle your targets down. And to round up this basics overview, we'll be wanting to look at your own defensive mitigation. Funny that we talk about personal survival last. Well, that's because most tanks only put themselves first, and let me tell you that tanks are pretty tough on their own. Your designated group role is to protect your allies though, so keep that in mind as you enter combat. The game has a list of abilities that fall under active mitigation, which some bosses and mobs will check to make sure you have recently used or are running before applying more deadly effects on you. These also provide temporary buffs that reduce incoming damage, and do have much smarter applications than simply running them on cooldown. There's also a handful of abilities that have much more powerful effects but come on longer cooldowns. These abilities can be used in a pinch, but knowing where that damage will be coming in will make them much more useful and will make your healer's job much easier so that they don't have to panic and expend all their mana at the same time you've gone and blown all your mitigation. These are just the basics, and in more videos I will be covering the finer details of tanking and how to apply them. Thanks for watching, and good luck, have fun.